pretty much we're dealing with frozen lines. One thing that we also dealt with was a water heater. For some reason, we just talked about this here. They put them in the attic, and what happens when they put them in the attic, if they bust, they're coming through down to the ceiling, all the way down to the first floor. We got to get in there, get all the insulation out, make sure it dries all inside the attic, and then cut the drywall, cut the ceiling, pretty much just leave the studs, and then we dry out all the studs. So these are the different categories that we put down whenever we're doing the job. So category 1 originates from a sanitary source and does not pose substantial risk to humans, like a broken water supply line, a tub, a sink overflow with no contaminants. That's the lowest category 1 of water damage that we see. Going on to category 2, this is water contains significant contamination and has a potential to cause discomfort or sickness or contact that are consumed by humans. Discharge overflow from dishwashers, washing machines, overflow from toilet bowls, broken aquariums, seepage from hydrostatic pressure. That's category 2. So kind of gets a little bit worse. Category 3 is contaminated and contain pathogenic toxins or harmful agents like sewage, wasteline, backflows that originates beyond the tract, regardless of content or color. All forms of flooding from seawater, rising water, rivers, and streams. That's category 3. Now we also have something that we call a special situation, and that is we have regulated hazardous material and also mold. Now that becomes a whole different category there. And sometimes we do have to deal with the special situations like that. So those are the different categories that we come across. Now keep in mind that a category 1, category 2 can easily turn into a category 3. Just depends on the whole situation. But we also we kind of like to go in there and document everything that we see so that we can classify the category. This is a meter that we use for, I know y'all seen this several times. So what this is, it's a meter that's going to measure the moisture, right? So we put it up against the walls here, all the way down. We're checking it, and it's going to give us a number right there. So the first day that we get there, we copy that number, we write it down, we record it, and we want to get down to a certain number that way we know that it's completely dry. So this is one of the meters that we use here. It's also a penetrating, which is this, where we stick inside of the actual drywall. It's got a little attachment. You see these little prongs there. And this will connect to my meter here, and I can stick it inside of the drywall or in between wooden floors, in between the studs. And that'll also give me a good reading. Another one that we like here is this is the meter is going to measure. What I found out with this is it's not going to tell you that if it's completely wet, but it's the temperature changes. And that's what tells me what's cool and what's not. So that kind of gives me a good reading of what's wet and what's not. We're also going to get the relative humidity. Wow, it's pretty, in here it's like 60% humidity right here. So I can kind of feel it. That's pretty high. Then it's also going to give us different readings of the air quality, the temperature, and all that. So every day that we go out to a job, we've got to record this, and we document it, and then we send it off to the insurance, because they want to know that we're starting from a wet all the way down, and that it's drying properly. Another thing that I like to talk about is equipment, dehues, air movers. I know sometimes say, well, how do you know how many equipment to set into a room? Well, we calculate the cubic feet inside of the room, and we have a dry ease calculator, and it'll tell us exactly. And so like every 70 feet is one air mover, every 70 feet. So that's like a 7 by 10 area. It's one air mover, another air mover, another air mover. So it just really depends. There's also a way to set those air movers, because you want it to kind of flow in a certain direction. You can't just go in there and just set them out. You have to kind of angle them so that the airflow is circulating in a right direction. If we're drying ceilings, we have them pointing up, also going in a circular direction. Dehumidifiers, they always go in the center of the room, and then that's going to be also working with the air movers. Like I said, once everything is dry, we record everything, turn it into the insurance, and then go from there, which we do the step 2, also phase 2. So yeah, that's pretty much what we got going on the water damage. Do you have anybody have questions?
How much?
How much for one of these?
Yep.
About 1,000. Maybe
that
a little
all?
bit more. Yeah.
How about that one?
Oh, this one's a little more. Yeah.
Well, how much is that one?
I think this one probably close to 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, about 18, close to 2. Yeah. So this is pretty cool. Yes, sir.
Well, Bart, obviously you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But other than LeTip giving you
Yes.
business, where else do you get your leads from?
We do. Okay, so we stopped advertising. We used to advertise a lot, right? But now pretty much like word of mouth. You know, word of mouth. Realtors. You know, plumbers. We're kind of good in with them. You know, so I mean, and you guys also. You know, we get good tips from them. But yeah, other than that, word of mouth. Really.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
I gave your name to somebody. I
I
can't
know.
remember who it was.
Yeah, we did that one. It was the pest control guy, right?
Yeah, I brought.
So he
Yeah.
went in there. They were drilling a hole in the wall, and they hit a water line.
Mhm.
So water went everywhere. Then while I was there drying it, his guys broke a window in the house. Yeah, so he was having a bad day. A pest control guy. Yes,
Wow.
he was just like, oh,
I need
I'm
to send you
over
a
this
tip on
day.
that one then.
Yeah, for sure. We did it. Yeah,
Good.
we did it.
Good.
Yeah, real nice people. So, but yeah, he was just having a
needs
bad
more
day.
liability insurance.
Yes, for
I
sure.
think I'll use him as
Yes,
for
Doreen?
pest control.
Well, I just want to let everybody know, I had an unexpected blowout on one of my skylights,
Yep.
right? It flooded the entire master bathroom.
Yes. Yep.
I mean, it was not good. I had drywall falling off the ceiling.
Oh God.
Yep. Yep.
It was just nasty.
Yep.
And Bart and Gilbert and their team came in, cleaned up the entire mess, took all the popcorn off the ceiling, put it up with a flat
Yep. Yep.
finish.
You know what the popcorn does?
No, absolutely not. They painted it, they painted the walls, everything matched perfectly. I was so impressed. My house manager was so impressed.
Yep.
She couldn't believe how clean the job was and what the result was. So I have to say thank you so much.
Appreciate you. Thank you, Doreen. Thank you. Appreciate it.